Pick a card to add to your deck.
It's like Pyroblast seems obvious, but I'm not as big a fan of it as most. I actually might just pick Blood Knight. It's like so many people look at that, deal 10 damage, and they're like, wow, it's so awesome. But I myself prefer the humble Blood Knight. This is going to be a major point of contention.
Keep it up.
Go Silvermoon Guardian. I've started to enjoy Frostwolf Warlord less and respect Spiteful Smith more, based off of stats. Scarlet Crusaders, great as usual. Bomber versus Amani Berserker. This one's kind of close. Actually, it's not close. It's been a while since I've played Mage. Berserker is really good in Mage. Earthen Ring Farseer over the Intellect. Water Elemental is great. Silverhand Knight's value. Bloodfin Raptor versus Acolyte of Pain. This one's kind of close, but I'm a Mage, so Acolyte of Pain is awesome. Knife Juggle versus Stampeding Kodo. They're both good as usual. I'll take the Kodo though. Some really close picks here. Bloodfin Raptor is good. Mirror Entity. Water, it's great. Dark Iron Dwarf. Some good, solid cards here. Gnomish. Really a strong string of commons. And it goes Stormpike Commander of the Ghoul. Shattered is strong individually. So 20-ish picks in. I've got two 2-drops. Bloodfin Raptor or Gnomish Inventor. The Gnomish Inventor is better by default, but I do have quite a few 4s and not enough 2s. So I'll go Bloodfin Raptor. Though I don't have a lot of card draw. I'm going to count on myself getting more 2s. I like the Gnomish so much. Knife Juggler versus Sunwalker. Probably Knife Juggler. 1, it's a 2. 2, I don't actually have that much respect for Sunwalker in Arena, because there's so many mages running around. I mean, it's obviously a good card still, though. Sorcerer's Apprentice. I have 0 spells so far. Whoa. Still better than Bloodfin Raptor. The Mana Worm is really bad, as I have no spells. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go Fairy Dragon, or I can go Spellbreaker. I'm gonna go Fairy to get enough 2s. Dark Iron Dwarf number 3. Gnomish Inventor number 3. It's kind of exciting. Take a brew. This Mana Worm is still useless. Other brew. Kinda tempted to take the 5 just to increase the mana cost of my deck. Let's see if so far, like, it looks like I don't have very many 4s, but I actually have 9. It's just they happen to be 4 different types. I'm gonna choose Spiteful Smith because I have too many 4s. I was almost tempted to pick Scarlet Crusader over Frostbolt just to have no spells in the deck. But no, nah. Go with the Brewmaster over the Archmage, even though I could use higher cost cards. Injured Blademaster or Questing. I don't see myself casting multiple spells here. Oh, wow, that's the last card. Okay, so this particular arena has 1 spell in it as a mage, but I do have some very high quality minions in it. The curve is focused towards the mid game. A lot of great 4s here, and the 5s aren't that great. However, I do have 3 Gnomish Inventor to draw cards later on, and I do have an Acolyte of Pain. This is one of those decks where if you fall behind, you're not going to catch up, but with all the solid cards in it, I find it unlikely that I will fall behind. So I'm going to say this arena is fine, and I think it'll go... I mean, it's obviously highly unusual to only get 1 spell. Oh, 2 spells. I have Mirror Entity, but this is kind of not really a spell. So I think this will go about average. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it did way better. It's just that sometimes it's inconsistent. But the mana curve is like good until the late game. The super late game, this deck will be bad, but then it'll be so strong in the early mid game that I don't think I'll need to catch up. I'm going to guess 8 wins.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
I don't really want to Frostbolt it. It seems to be a low threat. He does have the coin. I'll do it. I think the major benefit of this deck is that I can expect it to have a 2, 3, 4, 5 curve quite a few times. I'm still not sure on what Naxxramas deck I will be using on this free-to-play account. It's going to be whichever... It's going to be between... Well, Naxxramas will... On the first wing will release 2 class cards. I will most likely choose one of those 2 classes. That is my statement at the moment. To give a little bit of perspective on the Naxx stuff, since chat on Twitch is asking a lot about it and people watching this on YouTube might wonder about the specific timing, this arena is being played the day that Naxx is announced to be released, but Naxx isn't quite out yet.
Hey, give me a minute.
There's a global release, they'll all be out at the same time. I predict it'll be out in somewhere in the ballpark of 4 to 6 hours. So I'm just going to play a few arenas on this Asia free-to-play account first, and then jump right into Naxx the moment it comes out, when they flip the switch to turn the Naxx cards on. Technology, yo. I'll remind the chat that there's been no official word of the exact timing on the release, but speculation, and that it's only speculation, I'll remind, says in 5 hours. I'll go ahead and stompy that. No coin, please. Darn. Okay, I can kill it with the Dark Iron Dwarf buff. That's solid play. But in this case, Fire Blast and playing a 5 might be better.
Hey, give me a minute.
Alternatively, he just played a fairly cheap card, and I expect future cards to be pretty good. So I'll play the Youthful Brewmaster and the Mirror Entity.
For the king!
Naturally, there's a lot of questions about the Naxxramas cards. I'll probably get around someday to reviewing all of them. The biggest impact card from the Spiderwing, though, I'm assuming this will come out in the Spiderwing, there's no definitive evidence to say that, but not being in the Spiderwing would blow my mind. Oh, maybe I should actually Ancient Brewmaster this. It's good for the mana curve, it does heal it, and it kills it.
I'll put it on your tab.
The problem is it doesn't survive the Flame Strike still, but almost no matter what I would play, other than the Spiteful Smith, would not be good against Flame Strike. And the other problem is this is a vulnerability, but I think it's still worth. Why'd I hesitate to play, or to brew Kodo? Because using this to trade means that this can't Fire Blast it. And also, it doesn't play around Flame Strike, but it turned out alright.
You call that a weapon?
Another round?
So it's a good turn to place... No. This survives Flame Strike at least. A Silver Moon Guardian looks like it survives Flame Strike with Divine Shield, but it just gets Fire Blast and then Flame Struck. I've got a lot of cards in my hand. I am going to just pass here, even though I have so many plays, out of respect for a possible Flame Strike. I don't think one's coming, but with my hand, there's no point in risking it.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
4, 8, 10, 12, 13. Actually, I'm one short of lethal here, which means I should not go for lethal.
Well played.
I'll just keep playing around feint possibilities. And I'll play an Amani Berserker, since that's super lethal if he doesn't have Flame Strike. And if he does, then I've still got a lot of stuff.
Well played. You win. Well played.
What was that?
I must protect the wild.
You asked for it.
Okay, so the 3 and the 4, I'll keep those just because they're strong. But ideally I would get a 2, or another 3. Okay, that'll work. Coin 2, 3, 4. This Brewmaster actually can get value by not being played as a 2, so I'm going to speed with the coin. I would have expected more Asian names here. Blah.
Glory to the Sindora!
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Okay, no real point to buffing this because then he can just use his hero ability. Granted, he does have to use his hero ability, but it's not worth it. Better to stay on curve here. Put on the pressure with the water. Close. Keep staying on curve.
They are bent to my command!
I really want to Dark Iron Dwarf this to kill that in one shot, but there are alternative good plays. Earthen Ring Farseering this and then hitting his face is really good. This will go down to a 4-3. It could brew and heal. Not,
Suffer!
I put a lot of value onto this water elemental, I guess is the point of this move. There was the chance, the opportunity to clear his board, but I think this is better.
I've got a heat! You call that a weapon?
Wait, I can just Fire Blast.
Of course.
And then stay on curve. One of the important things with this deck is going to be staying on curve because it's so strong in the mid game just because a lot of these cards are mana efficient. And I also have to realize that this deck has very little late game, so I have to save the Brewmaster and I have to try to get maximum draws.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Fire Blast, and I'll have a bit of mana left over. Oh, second water elemental, that's fine. Here they come.
A natural mistake.
Let the pain speak to me. My shield for Argus.
I should probably kill the Demolisher. It's probably going to be with Fire Blast. I have 7 mana, so I guess I play No Mission Inventor first.
Pass me that arc-light spanner.
bad. Especially if you can also Wrath. Okay.
Let the
3,
pain speak to me.
5. And I think this battle cry is important. I think I just play Knife Juggler.
Head.
So I have 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. I should draw this card. Unless I can kill this War Golem. Unless I want to kill the War Golem. That's gonna be 2, 4, 5, or just 3, 5, 7. That's doable.
I wonder.
Almost regardless, I'm gonna want this card though. There are also considerations to be made on. Alright, so I'll just burst him down. On the knife juggling. Any minion survives and I win. Almost. Alright. And even though Dark Iron Dwarf is such a good card, I haven't been able to get the value off of it just because these games haven't been too close yet. Alright, start with the Youthful, into the Knife Juggler, into the Blood Knight. Get rid of Acolyte Pain's later game card. I'll start off strong here. To a 4, so I got the 2, 3, 4 hand. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty nice.
Challenge accepted.
Head.
Challenge.
I considered risking everything and attacking this and then playing this, but that would be a 50-50 for disaster. Do I want to play Mirror Entity or Blood Knight is the question. I'll go Mirror Entity.
Challenge accepted.
I'm gonna trade.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I'll hit the face with this guy since I'm putting the pressure on him.
Push forward.
Seems like he'll be obligated to trade. There's real danger to a swipe here. I think I will just simply Frostbolt Fire Blast. I have much respect for the spell damage.
My eyes are open.
What to do?
Pass me that Arclight Spanner.
Push forward.
I did consider hitting the Harvest Golem since I get to also Fire Blast it, but then I missed out on 3 damage on the face. And this seems like one of those draws, which getting that extra 3 damage might be really good.
Tazdingo. Yes.
Oh man, how exciting. I have just received word that Nax is apparently out.
Squire, attend me.
So I'll check it out right after this game.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
These dark iron
Cleanse the
doors.
Sunwell.
They're so good. Just need to have a minion out.
I must safeguard the land.
Alright, so the dark iron dwarfening begins. Come on, hurry up! Nax is out. Hurry up!
For no one. You call that Tazdingo! Yeah!
This guy's got a pretty good arena draft,
Ready
it
for
seems.
this?
Looks like. Okay, so I can do 9 damage to him. The Stampeding Kodo does eat that. Kodo, Dark Iron Dwarf on this guy, it'll survive.
You call that a weapon?
I'll go ahead and use that and still have it survive.
Are you ready for this?
Oh my gosh, I know! Nax is out! Wow, hype! It's gonna be weird. Like, this arena run, which has no Nax cards on it, will actually probably face Nax cards later. Perhaps. 3, 6, 9, 13. GG.
I can see.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
For those who have forgotten, I picked Blood Knight over Pyroblast. Still don't regret it. Yeah, this deck isn't a burn them down deck. This looks fine. Ooh, nice.
Hello.
Someday I'll be
Hello.
just like you.
Something slightly interesting is that the opponents can now have Nax cards, but I,
Someday I'll be just like
of course, still
you.
do not. Wow. This 50-50 is so big. No, no!
Put this apple on your head.
If he misses that and hits me with 2 of the most missiles, I'm in a much better spot. But that's often the case. He took the risk, it was ballsy. Good job him, I suppose.
Glory to the Sindora!
For the crusade!
For Lorthamar!
Given that my minion is better than his, I'm willing to play this no trade game.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Lorthamar!
I hope you like my invention.
For Lorthamar!
Pass me that arc light spanner.
I've got a huge gun.
Hey, give me a minute.
I've got a huge gun. You call that a whip? I'm ready. Shall not fall.
Delicious. Wow, Silver Moon Guardian got a sheep. Well, that's good value. Hit. Fire Blast? No, there's no reason for me to... Well, yes there is, because of the potential for Flame Strike. However, had he had Flame Strike, he would have played it. So I don't believe he has it. But to a certain extent, you must fear them drawing it. Especially when you're this far ahead.
Pain, speak to me.
Ooh, that's a good draw.
You call that a whip?
In the case of a Flame Strike here, I do lose a lot of guys, but it's a sheep which has done its duty. That guy killed a water elemental, that guy helped kill a water elemental, that guy drew a card, that guy drew a card also. This guy has so many arcane misses. Oh! Considered playing Mirror Entity. Though I'm sure his play would have been different. Crumble. Okay, so... Yep, Mirror Entity goes down this turn.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Hey, give me a minute.
Alright. Oh.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Interesting. On 10 mana, all he could do was that. What does that mean? I'm not entirely sure. What does that mean? That does mean something. He also didn't fireball my water elemental. Nor did he polymorph it. What two cards do you hold in this situation? It's not Flame Strike. Like, what card is so situational in 10 mana you don't use it? I don't know, but... oh! He has one big minion, and he's afraid of my secret. And the other card... what is it? Maybe he has two big minions. That kind of solves the puzzle. A little bit. I do need to kill this. Or do I? 5-7. I can put him down very low. But I don't have any way to finish him. Oh, I'm so tempted to. Let you Fire Blast this. I'm also afraid of burn, so I'll heal myself a little bit. Maybe it's a second copy of the secret. Yeah, that's not a bad point. Oh my gosh, if that were duplicate. Wow. Oh no, that can't be duplicate. Right.
I am the blade of the goddess.
Priestess of Elune? Oh.
I am the blade
He was afraid of
the
me
goddess.
copying it, I guess. But then he got desperate. So that might mean that this card is even bigger, and this card that he drew is even bigger. That's a little scary. 5, 8, 12.
Done.
Or he has another Ice Barrier in his hand, which I would love. Maybe one of the cards in his hand is Mind Control Tech.
They all bend to my command.
Wait. It's possible. I play around it only because I found his turn 10 Fire Blast so confusing.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
It's all starting to puzzle together and makes sense now. He saved the Stormwind champion out of fear of the mirror image entity, rather. 5, 8, 12. So I don't actually have to be afraid of mind control tech.
They all bend to my command.
But I'll still play around it. Wow, should not have played around it.
Pass me that Arclight's banner.
Sweet. The second spell in my deck! Oh, wow. That'll take a while. I was too busy enjoying my cake.